Adria, and thumbs up for the fact that I'm in the process of fixing my hair. Doesn't it look a lot better from my video where I was talking about ruining my hair and there was poop in my shower? Also, if you can hear the rain outside, there's a hurricane right now. Pray for me, okay? I was gonna just not film at all, but you know what? The show must go on. Let's go. Okay. Today it is time for another edition of hashtag, what was that? Hashtag Ask Adria. I asked you guys on Instagram and Twitter to ask me questions. So first we are going to take the questions from Twitter. Francesca asks, have you ever noticed that your fingertips are always pink? Yes, actually I have noticed that, and if you ever see my hands or my feet, which you'll probably never see my feet because my feet are atrocious. I always get like guys with foot fetishes commenting on my videos like, oh, I bet she has pretty feet, but it's like, dude, actually if you saw my feet, you'd actually probably kill yourself. But no, my fingertips as well as my toes have always been pink, and when I'm cold, they turn purple. I have really poor circulation in my hands and feet. They get really cold all the time, and I remember one time I was even in the hospital, they tried to give me an IV in my hand and like there was just no blood coming out of it, or they were trying to draw blood out. I don't know, they were trying to do something, but like the vein just wasn't working. Like I have such poor circulation. I don't know what causes this. I don't know. I've had it my whole life, girl. Can't help it. I don't know what to say, but I know. Francesca Osco, your name's throwing me off. She also asks, how many piercings do I have? All I have is 2 holes in each ear as well as my nose. Maddie asks, what's your biggest tip on following your dream? I think taking small steps to make something big happen is a huge thing. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when you're getting ready to make a cake, you kind of do it step by step, gradually, little by little. It's not like, okay, I want to be a famous singer, so I'm just gonna wake up one day and be a famous singer. You know, you take little tiny steps. For me, it's all about like making something happen for yourself. So if there's a dream that you want, don't wait for other people to do it for you, and also don't wait for it all to happen at once. A huge thing doesn't just happen overnight. Just take the first step into doing something, even if it's a tiny first step. This is what my mom always told me. She said the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and that is so true. No matter what it is in life, no matter how big or how small it may be, it begins with the first step. All right, so that is all the questions I got on Twitter. So now let us move on to Instagram. Does anybody remember that song? Ooh, it's kinda crazy. I've been thinking maybe gotta get you out of my mind. If you know that song, you're my lifesaver. Okay, it was on a hit clip. If you even know what hit clips are, you're great. But yeah, my sister had that on her hit clip, so I don't know why that just randomly popped into my head. I'm a little crazy right now. I had Fruit Loops for breakfast. Also, shout out to my Panda phone case because they don't have ears and they look like baby seals. So let's see what you guys had to say on IG. If you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me. Ilona Pinzaru, I'm sorry if I said that wrong. What made you want to start being a YouTuber? By the way, I love you with a heart. I love you too. What made me want to start being a YouTuber? It's probably because I'm crazy, and if it's because I'm crazy, you know, that's fine, but I've always liked talking to myself. Confessions, I used to have this MP3 player. It was this cheap, probably like $30 MP3 player. I would like record voice episodes of like something. I had this like little thing, it was called Marissa and Lizzie, I think. I would literally just talk back and forth to myself as like these characters. I've always loved just talking, even if nobody was listening to it, because I was the only one that listened to the recordings. I just did it for me. So for me, it was like, oh duh, I need to be a YouTuber because this is perfect. I can just talk, so that's why. What/who is your spirit animal? Asks Maddie Wilson 1017. Dexter. If you're old enough to watch Dexter, please do, and just know that Dexter is my spirit animal. Okay, Miranda Laria. I know I'm not saying that right, so I'm so sorry. What are your plans in the next 2 years? Continue school, grow bigger on YouTube, career, marriage? I always hated those questions in school where it was like, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Like, oh my gosh, girl, like that scares me. I think I just want to keep growing my YouTube. It really kind of sucks because, you know, you go from one day being a kid at 18 and then it's like, okay, you're still 18, but now you're an adult out of high school. It's like, wait, what? I'm sorry, what? I didn't sign up for this, you know? I want to be a 6-year-old. Like, I don't want career. Ew, I'll be 25 in 2 years. Ugh, ew. That's like halfway to 50. That's actually disgusting. We'll see what happens, okay? Isabella Thaler. How does one stop procrastinating? Please help, I'm in need of some Adria help. Something that I do is I make a to-do list. I put little check mark boxes next to it. I find that the boxes really help me to do it because if I just write a list of things I have to do with no check mark box next to it, there's no motivation there. But to put that little check mark in that little box is the most satisfying feeling ever. Yesterday was my chore day, okay? I had to vacuum, I had to clean the bathroom, I had to do the dishes, I had to do all this stuff. And so I made a checklist of all the stuff I wanted to do with little boxes next to it, and as I did it, I would check them off, and I got everything done that I needed to get done. I set a timer for 4 hours, I gave myself 4 hours to do it all, and I did it. Bravo. A Chance to Dance asks, what was the weirdest situation you've ever been in? I've been in some really weird situations, but the first thing that comes to mind is when I was working my restaurant job, this guy asked me to go skinny dipping with him, and that was just really like, no. If you want to see that video, I'll link it at the top of the description box as well as right here if you want to see me talk in further detail about that. But that was probably one of the weirdest situations I've ever been in. Marif.15. If you had one wish, what will it be? I don't really like surprises. If somebody has something for me, like a present or anything, I hate to be surprised. So I feel like if I had one wish, it would be to know how my life was gonna play out. Like, as scary as that may sound, like, I mean, that kind of scares me too, but I would rather know that everything is gonna be okay than to just feel like, okay, I'm walking on eggshells here, I don't know what's gonna happen. Haley Hillen asks, what's your scariest moment while home alone? P.S. I love you so much. I love you too. One of the scariest things, and this is an ongoing thing that happens when I'm alone, is I am terrified when I'm in the shower and I'm home alone. I swear there are people just walking around out here when I'm in the shower. I peek out of the curtain just constantly in the shower. I can't relax in the shower. I get in and I get out because I'm like, girl, no. I like the comfort of knowing that there's somebody else out here, you know, in case something bad happens, but that's scary. I don't like it. Livy is killing it asks, when we be back in PA? I'm hoping to come back maybe like after Easter, maybe for Easter, like, I don't know, Easter's early this year, like, that's why, you know, I was like, oh, I'll be there for Easter, but then I saw when Easter was, and I'm like, oh. Echo Kinley asks, hashtag ask Adria, what would you do if one of your family members became a zombie in the zombie apocalypse? P.S. I love you so much, and tell Brandon I said hi. What would I do if they became a zombie? I would slash their ass. I would slash them, girl. We're family and all, but you know what? I would do what I had to do, you know? Lizard always said, where did you get your Leaf Village Naruto necklace symbol? Also, how's Fairy Tail so far? I love that anime. I got my Naruto necklace on Amazon. You could probably just search it and find it there. It was relatively cheap. Fairy Tail, I kind of fell off of. I watched a few episodes. I don't know. I always do that with shows. I watch a few episodes and then I just forget about it. Somebody tell me the science behind this. Why do I do that? I don't know. Do I have commitment issues? Oh Lord, am I gonna die alone? Beth.yy, Edward or Jacob? I would have to say Jacob, because Edward is super annoying. Like, I'm sorry. Edward is just on his period all the time. Like, I don't know what his problem is. I've only ever seen the first Twilight movie, but I don't need to see any more than that, okay? Horse Lover Girl 27, are you Team PETA or Team Gale? And again, I've only seen one Hunger Games movie. I like PETA chips, so I'm gonna go with Team PETA, okay? Fifi Gonzalez 333, can you make more videos about weird experiences at your last job? Yeah, I'm gonna have to just sit down and make a list of all the crazy, weird things that happened there. So yes, I could definitely do that. Chevy Girl 1818, do you think Brandon will ever ask you to marry him? I think that may be happening sooner than we all think. Jesse Pope, favorite scripture verse. Oh gosh, I forget what it is. I have it hanging in my room, hold on. I hurt my knee. Oh my gosh. All right, so my favorite Bible verse is Jeremiah 29:11, and it basically says something about like not worrying about the future because God has a plan, plans for good and things like that. So I really like that verse. That verse is like comforting. I have it hanging on my wall so that I see it all the time. Emily.Madeline Anyone else remember that Madeline cartoon from when we were little? Oh my gosh. What is your favorite video on your own channel? I like my videos with Brandon. It's kind of hard to pick a favorite when I like all of them. And it's kind of like narcissistic to say, oh, I like all my videos. But, you know, I really kind of do. Laura6305, are you a pad person or a tampon kind of girl? Girl, I feel like tampons are like that whole once you go black, you never go back type thing. Like once you go to tampons, you never go back, okay? Tampons are like the greatest thing. I was so deathly afraid of them. I felt like I had been blessed. This is like a whole new world that I didn't even know existed. So tampons. Hello, it's me too. Do you still have the cat? If so, how is she doing? P.S. Today is my birthday. I love you. I love you too. Happy birthday. I do not still have the cat. So basically she had fleas. I started just not letting her inside. I had to put flea powder on the carpet and everything. So that happened. I don't think I'll be keeping her. Tom Girl 125, what is the happiest moment of your life? Basic question, I know, we're all basic. I mean, there's like a lot of things in my life that have really been happy. I feel like one of the best days of my life was a Mother's Day that I had with my mom and my Nana and my sisters, where we all like went to church together and we went out to lunch together and we went to the cemetery together to see my great grandmother and my deceased sister, which I've never talked about. And for me, that was like a really good day. Like, you know what I mean? That day just felt really like, it felt like everything was good that day. And I don't know, like that feeling of that day was just pure happiness. So I guess that was like one of the happiest days of my life, I guess you could say. Jordan Angela 8231, do you feel like your anxiety, specifically social anxiety, caused your depression or at least contributed to it? I would 100% say yes to that. I feel like I can honestly say though, if I didn't have social anxiety, I most likely probably would have never got depression, because for me, just thinking about going somewhere and having to talk to somebody new and, you know, just things like that is just, ugh, like it makes me feel sick. And she also says, can you do a video into more detail about your social anxiety? You mentioned it briefly, but not in depth. I definitely will do that. I feel like a lot of people struggle with social anxiety. I could definitely make a video talking about social anxiety. Like up this video if you want to see that, and be sure to let me know if you want to see that. Domatilla_DG, what would you like me to send you from Italy? Oh my gosh, girl, send me your entire country! Is it bad that the first thing I think of is food? Not even food that you would be able to send? Like I'm thinking like Parmesan cheese and like bread. You couldn't mail that. Sassy Ash asks, do you ever occasionally fall back into a depression state and lose all motivation? If so, what do you do to regain your motivation? That definitely happens. You know, I would be a complete liar if I said that that never happens, but it definitely does. And for me, it's like something that I need to just let it play out. You know what I mean? It's like, I kind of just have to let myself feel the way I do for the current moment. I regain motivation for putting life into perspective. I know when you're depressed and you lose all your motivation, it's hard to see that sometimes. It feels like your life just sucks. For me, I let myself feel the way I do for the moment, and then I just look at my life and just, I'm like, my life is pretty decent. I'm just gonna muddle through this feeling until I come back out of it. Rainbow Gem _X, video suggestions, anything long distance, advice, question, video, help for the future. I wanna make more long distance advice videos and just talking about long distance relationships in general, long distance now, like with my family. So I have like a whole bunch of long distance things that I could cover. So I will definitely be doing that. Mallory, I'm a watermelon with legs. What are you? So are we sticking with the topic of fruit with body parts? And that if that's the case, then I'm a peach with a butt crack. R. Carey says, do you like pickles? I love you so much. I love you too. I'm not sure if I like pickles or not. Let's find out. Yeah, I guess you could say I like pickles. R. Carey also asks, what's your favorite emoji? Mine is the green tongue with the money eyes. My favorite emoji is the one that's like, because I literally do that all the time and I totally needed an emoji for that. Like literally me though. So I'm gonna have to end this here because my camera is dying. I will answer the rest of these questions on this photo on Instagram in another video soon because I feel bad I didn't even get through like half of them. There was like 80 questions on that picture. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments below anything mental health related you guys might want to see, because I kind of took a break from making these types of videos just because I felt like that was all I made videos about. So yeah, let me know what you want to see. And Brandon's calling me, so hold on. I just have to tell him that I'm ending a video. Hi, honey. Hold on, honey. I'm ending my video. I'll call you right back. So I will see you guys again real soon. Until then, panda hugs. I love you guys. Bye!